Hi viewers, welcome back to one more other lecture session from this channel. So from the past 3.5 months I have not posted any of my lecture videos on behalf of my personal work. So on behalf of that I request you people to accept my apology. And right from now frequently when I get sufficient time surely I will post my lecture videos. And in this lecture session we will be studying regarding classification and nomenclature of enzymes. So here traditionally all the enzymes which have been classified, they possess or they contain a specific suffix termed as "ase" to the particular substrate describing their activity. So here all the organic compounds which possess or which contain a specific suffix termed as "ase", simply they are termed as what? Enzymes. Is it clear? So let me write it on the board. All the enzymes contain suffix "ase" to the particular substrate So here basically enzymes, they are classified under 7 classes and as well as 4 to 13 subclasses. So let me write it here. Enzymes are classified under 7 classes and 4 to 13 subclasses. So here enzymes, they are classified under 7 classes. So in your NCERT textbook they have mentioned as 6 classes, but in fact enzymes, they are classified under 7 classes. So here I will explain you all the 7 classes, but you just proceed according to the NCERT basis, because in your NEET examination they will frame up the questions according to the NCERT basis. But here I will explain you all the 7 classes. So here all the enzymes which are classified under 7 classes and as well as 4 to 13 subclasses, they possess or they contain a specific enzyme commission number which is induced or which is provided by the enzyme commission. Is it clear? All the enzymes which are classified under 7 classes and as well as 4 to 13 subclasses, they possess or they contain a specific enzyme commission number which is simply termed as EC number, which is induced or which is provided by the enzyme commission. So here in order to understand this particular concept, let me give you one common example. So here let us take the advantage of glucose phosphotransferase. Glucose phosphotransferase. So here glucose phosphotransferase, it is the particular enzyme which has a specific enzyme commission number termed as 2711. 2711. So here 2 is nothing but what class? 2 is nothing but class. And 7 is nothing but subclass. 7 is subclass. And the 1 is subclass. And the other one is subclass. Is it clear? So here what are the 7 classes of the enzymes here? The various 7 classes of the enzymes, they include oxidoreductase, transferase, and the other one is hydrolase, and the next one is Lyase, and the other one is Isomerase, and the other one is Ligase, and the last one is translocase. Is it clear? So here all these are the 7 classes of the enzymes. So at first we will be studying regarding oxidoreductases. So here what are oxidoreductases? Oxidoreductases, these are the specific enzymes which are responsible for the removal of oxygen atom or hydrogen atom, and even they are also responsible for the removal of electrons from one particular substrate and transferring it to the another substrate. So such specific enzymes, they are termed as what? Oxidoreductases. Is it clear? So let me write it on the board. Let me arrange the things here. So at first, if we consider oxidoreductases. So here what are oxidoreductases? So here, as I have already mentioned you, oxidoreductases, these are the specific enzymes which are responsible for the removal of oxygen atom or hydrogen atom, and even they are also responsible for the removal of electrons from one particular substrate and they transfer it to the another substrate. So such specific enzymes, they are termed as what? Oxidoreductases. So let me write it on the board. Enzymes which are responsible for the removal of oxygen atom and even the hydrogen atom and electrons from one substrate to another substrate. So here such specific enzymes, they are termed as what? Oxidoreductases. So here what are the various enzymes which come under the class oxidoreductase? Here the various enzymes which come under the class oxidoreductase, they include oxidase, reductase and even the dehydrogenase. So let me write it here. Oxidase, reductase and even the dehydrogenase. So here all these are the various enzymes which come under the class oxidoreductase here. So here, in order to understand this particular concept, let me give you one common example. So here if we consider a specific enzyme termed as lactate dehydrogenase. So here it is nothing but what? Lactate. Lactate and in addition NAD plus. In the presence of an enzyme termed as lactate dehydrogenase. Lactate dehydrogenase. So here, as the name itself suggests, this is the particular enzyme which is responsible for the removal of hydrogen atom. So the reason why here it is termed as what? Dehydrogenase. So if we look at here, the hydrogen atom which is a part of the CH group and the hydrogen atom which is a part of the hydroxyl group, they successfully here they are removed in the presence of an enzyme termed as lactate dehydrogenase. So always try to memorize one thing. Hydrogen, it is the only atom which do not has neutron. So the reason why one hydrogen atom, it yields one electron proton pair. One hydrogen atom, it liberates one electron, one proton pair. So in that case, two hydrogen atoms, they liberate two electrons and two protons. So here two hydrogen atoms, they liberate two electrons and two protons. So here these two electrons and as well as two protons, they are transferred to NAD plus in the presence of an enzyme termed as lactate dehydrogenase. So look at here. So here initially it is NAD plus, but once when two electrons and as well as two protons, once when they are successfully transferred to NAD plus, now here NAD plus, it successfully converts into NADH plus H plus. Is it clear? So such specific enzymes they are termed as what? Lactate dehydrogenase, or such specific enzymes they come under the oxido reductases. Is it clear? And then after we will be studying regarding transferases. So here what are transferases? So here as the name itself suggests, transferases, these are the specific enzymes which are responsible for transferring one particular group from one particular substrate to another substrate. So such specific enzymes they are termed as what? Transferases. So let me arrange the things here. And if we consider the transferases, so here what are transferases? So as I already mentioned you, transferases, these are the specific enzymes which are responsible for transferring of one particular group from the substrate to another substrate. So such specific enzymes they are termed as what? Transferases. Enzymes which are responsible for the transfer of one group from the substrate to another substrate. So such specific enzymes they are termed as what? Transferases. So here one of the common example for the transferase is nothing but what? Serine hydroxymethyl transferase. So let me write it here. Serine hydroxymethyl transferase. So here the serine hydroxymethyl transferase, it takes the advantage of a specific substrate termed as tetrahydrofolate. Is it clear? So if you look at the chemical reaction, easily we can understand. So here it is nothing but what? The serine amino acid. And here it is nothing but the tetrahydrofolate. Is it clear? And here the particular reaction, it is catalyzed by an enzyme termed as serine hydroxymethyl transferase. Serine transferase. So here the particular serine hydroxymethyl transferase, it is the particular enzyme which is responsible for the transfer of the methyl group here. Initially the particular methyl group, it is in association with the hydroxyl group of the serine amino acid. But here in the presence of an enzyme termed as serine hydroxymethyl transferase, the particular methyl group which is in association with the hydroxyl group of the serine amino acid, it successfully transfers to tetrahydrofolate. So just look at here. Is it clear? So such specific enzymes they are termed as what? Transferases. And then after we will be studying regarding hydrolysis. So here what are hydrolysis? Hydrolysis, these are the specific enzymes which are responsible for the removal of one particular group from the particular substrate by taking the advantage of water. So such specific enzymes they are termed as what? Hydrolysis. So let me arrange the things here. And if we consider hydrolysis, so here what are hydrolysis here? The particular enzymes which are responsible for regulating the hydrolytic reactions. So such specific enzymes they are termed as what? Hydrolysis. Is it clear? So let me write it here. Enzymes which are responsible for regulating hydrolytic reactions. So such specific enzymes they are termed as what? Hydrolysis. So here what are the various enzymes which come under the class hydrolase here? the various enzymes which come under the class hydrolase, they include lipase. Is it clear? Lipase, protease, nitrilase and peptidase. Lipase, nitrilase, protease, peptidase and even the urease. So here, in order to understand this particular concept, let me give you one common example. So here if we consider the urea, right? So here urea in the presence of water, and here the particular reaction, it is catalyzed by an enzyme termed as urease. So here initially the particular amino group, it is in association with urea, but here once when the particular water molecule, once when it comes into the picture, the particular amino group which is in association with urea, it successfully dissociates here, and here it yields carbon dioxide and in addition 2 molecules of ammonia. Is it clear? So such specific enzymes which take the advantage of water in order to regulate the hydrolytic reactions. So such specific enzymes are termed as what? Hydrolysis. Is it clear? And then after we will be studying regarding Liases. So here what are Liases? So let me arrange the things here. And if we consider Liases, so here what are Liases here? Liases, these are the specific enzymes which are responsible for regulating the non-hydrolytic reactions. That means without taking the advantage of water, the particular Liase enzyme, it is capable to remove one specific functional group from one particular substrate. So such specific enzymes, they are termed as what? Liases. In general, the particular hydrolase enzyme, in order to remove one specific group from one particular substrate, it takes the advantage of water. But whereas the particular Liase enzyme, in order to remove one specific group from one particular substrate, it won't take the advantage of water. Without taking the advantage of water, the particular Liase enzyme, it is capable to remove one specific functional group from one particular substrate. So such specific enzymes, they are termed as what? Liases. So let me write it here. Enzymes which are responsible for regulating non-hydrolytic reactions. Non-hydrolytic reactions. So let me arrange the thing here. Non-hydrolytic reactions. So such specific enzymes, they are termed as what? Liases. So here one of the common example for the Liase enzyme, here it is nothing but what? Pyruvate decarboxylase. Pyruvate decarboxylase. So here the particular pyruvate decarboxylase, as the name itself suggests, this is the particular enzyme which is responsible for the removal of carboxyl group from the particular pyruvate compound. Is it clear? So the reason why here it is termed as what? Pyruvate decarboxylase. So if you look at here, easily we can understand. So here pyruvate, it is a 3-carbon compound. Pyruvate, it is a 3-carbon compound. So here the particular pyruvate, in the presence of an enzyme termed as pyruvate decarboxylase, it successfully turns into a 2-carbon compound termed as acetaldehyde. Pyruvate decarboxylase, right? So here it is nothing but what? Acetaldehyde. So here without taking the advantage of water, the particular pyruvate decarboxylase, it is capable to remove the particular carboxyl group from the particular pyruvate compound. So the reason why here they are termed as what? Liases. So here without taking the advantage of water, here the particular pyruvate decarboxylase, which is an lyase enzyme, it is capable to remove the carboxyl group which is a part of the pyruvate here. Is it clear? So such specific enzymes they are termed as what? Liases. Then after we will be studying regarding isomerases. So here what are isomerases? So let me arrange the thing here. And if we consider isomerases, right? So here, what is an isomerase here? As the name itself suggests, these are the particular enzymes which are responsible for regulating the isomerization reactions. So such specific enzymes they are termed as what? Isomerases. Is it clear? So let me write it here. Enzymes which are responsible for regulating isomerization reactions. So such specific enzymes they are termed as what? Isomerases. So here one of the common example for the isomerase enzyme, here it is nothing but what? Phosphoglucoisomerase. Is it clear? Phosphoglucoisomerase. So here the particular phosphoglucoisomerase, it is the particular enzyme which is responsible for regulating the isomerization reaction, so that glucose 6-phosphate, it undergoes isomerization in order to form fructose 6-phosphate. Is it clear? So just look at here. So here it is nothing but what? Glucose 6-phosphate. Glucose 6-phosphate. Is it clear? So here it is nothing but what? Glucose 6-phosphate. Glucose 6-phosphate. So here glucose 6-phosphate in the presence of an enzyme termed as phosphoglucoisomerase. Phosphoglucoisomerase. Glucose 6-phosphate, it successfully turns into fructose 6-phosphate. So just look at here. So here it is nothing but what? Fructose 6-phosphate, right? Fructose 6-phosphate. So here some specific enzymes which are responsible for regulating the isomerization reactions. So such specific enzymes they are termed as what? Isomerases. So here in the presence of an enzyme termed as phosphoglucoisomerase, glucose 6-phosphate, it undergoes isomerization in order to yield fructose 6-phosphate. Is it clear? So such specific enzymes they are termed as what? Isomerases. Then after we will be studying regarding ligases. So here what are ligases? So here ligases, these are the specific enzymes which are responsible for regulating the ligation. So here ligation is nothing but what? Addition of something. Is it clear? So such specific enzymes are termed as ligases. So here the particular ligases, in order to regulate the ligation, they take the advantage of a specific energy cofactor termed as ATP. So here by taking the advantage of ATP, the particular ligase enzymes, they are capable to regulate the ligation here. So let me arrange the things here. And if we consider ligases, so here what are ligases here? So here ligases, these are the specific enzymes, they are responsible for regulating the ligation here. Enzymes which are responsible for regulating ligation. So here ligation is nothing but what? Addition of something. So here in order to understand this particular concept, let me give you one common example. So here if we consider again the pyruvate, which is a 3-carbon compound. So here pyruvate, which is a 3-carbon compound, in the presence of an enzyme termed as pyruvate carboxylase. So here pyruvate carboxylase, it is a specific ligase enzyme. So here in the presence of an enzyme termed as pyruvate carboxylase, pyruvate, it successfully turns into oxaloacetate. Is it clear? Initially the particular pyruvate, it is a 3-carbon compound, but in the presence of an enzyme termed as pyruvate carboxylase, pyruvate, it successfully turns into a 4-carbon compound termed as oxaloacetate. So just look at here. Is it clear? Initially the particular pyruvate, it is a 3-carbon compound, but here in the presence of an enzyme termed as pyruvate carboxylase, pyruvate, it successfully turns into a 4-carbon compound termed as oxaloacetate. Oxaloacetate, which is a 4-carbon compound. Is it clear? So this is regarding ligases, and then after we will be studying regarding translocases. So here what are translocases? So here as the name itself suggests, these are the particular enzymes which are responsible for regulating the translocation here. So let me write it here. Translocase. So here enzymes which are responsible for regulating translocation. So here in order to understand this particular concept, here we can take the advantage of cell membrane or plasma membrane. So here cell membrane or plasma membrane, it is a selectively permeable membrane. It allows only the hydrophobic molecules to come across it. It won't allow specific charged molecules or polar molecules to come across it. So here in order to regulate the translocation of specific charged molecules or polar molecules across the cell membrane, here the particular mechanism, it takes the advantage of a specific enzyme termed as translocase. So here by taking the advantage of a specific enzyme termed as translocase, specific charged molecules or polar molecules, they are capable to come across the cell membrane or plasma membrane. So here this is regarding classification and nomenclature of enzymes. And in the next upcoming video session, we will be studying regarding the particular factors which are responsible for influencing the enzyme activity. So here I hope that this video will help you a lot. So if you like this video, just hit the like button and share it to your friends. Thank you.